person doing the last time this time will be a Sam.
It was combat. We trekked through mountains. Came to a cave. Fought a bad guy. Killed the bad guy. Killed some of his monsters.
It wasn't just,
And now here we are.
It wasn't just, a bad guy. It was just a important story bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was the bad guy we've been pissed with for 90 sessions?
I don't
Yes.
you haven't even been playing for 90 seconds.
I don't know how fucking long we've been playing.
For a while.
It's session 7. This would be session 70.
Ah, that's right, because last session was session number nice. Gotcha.
Yes. So you battled with Norro. You did the thing. You defeated him. Everything was nice and lovely and good. Hollis almost died. Riven almost died. Even Tad almost died. Though Hollis was much closer.
Yeah, Hollis actually did go down.
Yes. So now everyone is still in Norro's lair in the Oxbow Heights, and you still have a lair to explore, as well as potential bodies to loot. And that is where we are opening up.
Everyone alive?
As far as I can tell.
Everyone boys and alive? Good. I'll just put a strike through Norro's name and type dead bitch in my notes.
Bjorn will make it pass around the room, stabbing all of the dead enemies at least one more time, just to be sure.
Oh, that's going to be a while. There's a lot of those.
He's efficient.
How does that work for the nightmarish creature of Frankenstein shenanigans? Because it's technically fallen apart.
I will stab each part that came from a different creature.
Okay.
So he's defeating, in essence, each creature, so he gets the experience for defeating each creature.
That is correct.
No.
I approve. Oh.
Oh. What character was it that defeated the place?
Both of the primary targets, which being Norro and then Norro's Frankenstein monster thing, were defeated by Riven.
Okay.
Or at least the killing blow on them was done via Riven.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
Right. Our tank man probably did the most damage.
I did a lot of divine smiting on Mr. Splice.
That too.
You did indeed. It just so happens that, for the biggest part of the combat, there was a miasma that was healing everything that was undead, and the big chimera thing had a regeneration factor anyway. So.
Oh, goddamn! All right.
Woo!
So are there any, lit flames, like candle flames in this room?
Nope.
Oh, that's right. Wait, how did Oak see?
I glossed over it because I didn't think about it, but Oak and Tad would have technically had trouble seeing. But it's fine because when in danger, I can sort of round it out, because when in danger, Bjorn's sword will glow. So it doesn't say that it emits light, but whatever. It's fine.
We could use that as a reason to just sort of hand away. Yeah, the sword was a torch, it's fine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a Riven with us who had a glowing fire sword.
Yeah, speaking of Riven.
Silver?
Or silver, rather.
Silver.
That's like our next in our order of operations, isn't it?
Oh, well, you have a couple things that you can move on to. There was the whole bit. We'll get to that when y'all leave. Anyway.
Yeah. Because there's a little to-do list. Like, we got the we have to go back to the jeweler and basically beat the proper amount of money out of him.
Yep.
And then we have to deal with, like, also the silver shenanigans going on there.
We've been putting that one off for a while.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Bjorn was going around stabbing all the corpses and things. Is he going to search said corpses, or is he just going to stab them?
Yeah, I figure a good search in between stabbings would be appropriate.
Okay. Roll for me investigation.
Investigation.
You're only going to have to do it once because technically only one thing's going to have things that you could potentially find.
That's a 6.
You see,
Okay, well, that.
He searched the wrong one, so on that one he found nothing. So the next one.
Well, I would imagine that the group is not just going to have Bjorn be the one to search things. But there are various other things that you can do in a room. You have a door that is smashed open that no one has went into yet. I forgot that it was smashed open. Technically, it was smashed open by the creature thing.
Yeah.
That's a critical failure.
Beautiful.
I can't even tell if we won.
I mean, you're like should be covered in blood from like spontaneously exploding once the fight was over. Yeah.
What is going on with Riven?
Oh,
Nope.
We're setting a
Someone
tone
with more
right now.
intelligence, please.
Since everyone else is kind of poking around, I'm assuming searching bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Locke's gonna fucking do the same, I guess. Investigation.
Yep.
4.
Good
We
grief.
suck.
Okay.
This is when it rolls like a nat 20 and gets like a 39 or something, right?
We're just fucking exhausted.
Yeah, we all need a nap.
Like Locke's just gonna go find the manticore skeleton and he's just gonna use it like a bench after him. It's like I don't fucking care anymore. I'm taking
You know
a
what?
sit.
You know what? Funny enough, investigation's one of the things that Oak is not particularly good at.
And yet,
He did
He
better
gets higher
fuck
than us.
all of us.
He has the highest modifier of all of us, also.
He does, yes, because Bard.
And he rolled higher with a higher mod.
Actually, no, he rolled the same as. Well, no, he did roll higher because Bjorn had a +1. Never mind.
Exactly.
So 6, 4, 2, 4, 10.
Bubby.
Puppy wouldn't even know what to look for, but technically he could.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye. Nat 20. He's looking for Scooby snacks.
Investigation would be
No,
intelligent.
you don't want him to look. Investigation is intelligence. It's a 3.
no.
He has the -4 modifier.
Powers combined, we roll like at least an 18, so.
Anyway.
No, we're done with the fight.
Did Locke ever do like a detect magic kind of thing?
What the
There we
fuck
go.
is-
Locke has not done that, no. So I guess I will have Locke do that if he is asked.
Yeah, Locke could do a detect magic. That would help things immensely.
Alright. Does a couple hand waves and eyes. Light up purple. Point me in the direction of what you want me to look at.
Norro has
How do all
magic
these-
stuff on him.
Locke goes to Norro's body. Just kind of kicks him in the head for good measure.
Kind
His
of
head
lolls,
There's the head left.
over grinning at you.
lolls to the side. The neck is slightly broken, so.
Charming. Locke is gonna... What is the magic shit?
He has a ring.
Ooh.
Just one ring?
Rule.
Beat me to it by a second.
Let me.
What's
double
the aura?
check it.
Necromancy.
It would make sense, but
It's
So, what sort of aura would? Because it doesn't do a like an actual spell casting ring, but it makes you have access to some a very particular effect. So it's not technically in a spell school for it to trigger on that. But
no,
it is.
Then. I imagine that means it would be enchantment then.
Probably, or something of the sort. It's very pretty though. It's a gold and silver band that the gold and the silver color is spiraling into each other in a single loop.
Ooh, know what it is.
Locke, being interested in magic things, is going to take out a little rag, wrap that around the ring, and put it in his pack to identify later.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a gold and silver ring?
Yep. Gold and silver spiral ring.
Alright, does he have anything else of value on him? Anything that we could just sell? Because, you know, in debt to a fucking dragon.
He does have his various spell focuses and things. He has a amulet that has a insignia on it that looks somewhat similar to the symbol that you guys have seen prior in a couple different places. Looks like a butterfly that's trapped in vines.
So it's probably like a Dahlia symbol.
Mm-hmm. You find the ring, and you tuck it away, and you still have room to explore. It's over this way. Got a smashed in doorway. Actually, this, even ignoring the fact that I missed that there was no light in this room, there is light in this room now.
Oh, really?
Because prior I said that there was skylights that went out into the sky up above.
Oh, yeah.
And whatever light would come through those skylights was snuffed out when it got here. That's no longer happening. So, you have light coming in here.
Nice.
But yes. You can investigate as you wish, or you can just decide to leave. The investigation that you rolled prior, I'm going to say, wraps up for searching bodies, not for searching area.
Well, if no one has any objections, I'm going to have Locke start doing some dope rogue shit.
Uh-huh.
Some what?
Some dope rogue shit. I'm going to start, like,
Isn't
sneaking
that
and looking.
what got us in trouble in the first place?
Well, yes, but that was because of a bad roll. I have a +6 to my stealth normally, so...
Okay.
And I have, like, proficiency with fucking these tools, I'm pretty sure.
You do.
Yeah, so... Well, it's not ideal, but, I mean, it's better than, like, a fucking 6.
You can't roll a 6, you have a +6.
I'm gonna poke my head into this room and
roll
see
a
what...
6
and see
with a
what's
+6.
what. Is this to the darkness?
No, that's opened up. That's a doorway that was busted open.
Yeah, I want to see what's in the room.
Right.
What's in here?
This room looks like a very, sort of,
He's struggling there, buddy.
ramshackle and thrown together bedroom of sorts. There is a small cot over here in this corner. There's what looks like almost a desk over here. And then there's just this sort of bedding of some sort, akin to what one would have for a pet, but much bigger, that is in this corner.
Go rummage around in the desk.
Investigation.
16! There's some
There we go. Okay, so you will find a very bizarre letter. And if you'll put yourself in this room, boop. I am going to link to you what said letter looks like for you currently.
There's it.
It's a Google Doc.
It's a Google Doc. Okay. Interesting.
Because I wanted to do some fun with type fonts and things. Because what this letter looks like to you currently is a mess of other texts and other languages. It is a single note written in multiple languages.
But Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Uh-huh. Is that I forget if that's a thing that you have to activate or if you just have it.
I just have it.
Yeah.
I can read all writing, so is there actual meaning to this, or is it just the gibberish of an insane, lonely man?
Well, I forgot that was a thing that you didn't have to activate. But anyway, that's fine. Technically, Cad would have it too, because that's what his thingy gives him.
Right now, I'm sneaking up behind Oak and just sort of tapping him on the shoulder. Can you do something for the ouchie?
Ouchie.
Okay, there you go. Now you can read it. And yes, Norro, Oak will heal you because he still has the capacity to do that.
Thank you.
Not much, but yeah.
Yikes.
There you go. You have 8 extra HP.
Yay. Thank you, friend.
So Locke is going to start copying all of that mess down.
Uh-huh.
Nice algo script, by the way.
What script? What?
Zalgo script.
It's I use the different fonts to imply the different languages. So.
Right, but I mean, like at the very bottom where it's all just fucked up.
Yeah. Can you read that?
Well enough to make out the words.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There's the last 2 lines. So, what is everyone else going to be doing?
Okay.
Yeah, there's still like a hallway down
Yeah.
below
Yep.
that we can go investigate.
And you do still have the remains of the Dahlia statue that's down here. Because it was cracked all to crap and wasn't doing anything anymore, but it wasn't actually destroyed.
Oh, we should probably go do that.
Bjorn's going to want to check out what's up this hallway for sure.
Okie dokie. Cad moving very slowly because hurt.
Yep.
Ow. 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 Ow.
Bjorn teleporting because it sounds like fun.
It's a windy hallway.
Well, God.
There's going to be a spider nest at the end. You go first, Bjorn.
Oh, okay, I see how it is. Oh man, it goes all the way around, huh?
Uh-huh.
There is actually just a giant spider nest at the end. So get upset.
You have a door.
Door. I'm going to knock on the door.
Knock, knock,
Good,
knock.
polite. 1, 2, 3.
The door knocks back. Initiative.
You've knocked on the door. Good job. Uh-huh.
We'll see if the door is unlocked, I guess.
Door is actually locked.
Look pretty sturdy.
It's a solidly built wooden door.
Okay.
So, you want to smash the door?
Oh, I do.
Roll me strength.
Hell yeah. And it's a 17.
You smash the door. You would technically not be fully cured, by the way.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not sure why my hit points are back up, but I'm assuming I'm still... I know I was under half for sure, so I'm not doing well.
regardless, make for me a con save, if you would.
Okay.
Okay, you're
21.
So, you smash through the doorway, and there is a, like, it's not a poison cloud, it's more like a smoke cloud. And it sort of just right in your face. But you're fine.
That's...
Is that supposed to be a pest?
That's supposed to be a what?
Petrification.
You don't know.
Ah, okay.
Also, you're not there.
I know. I'm sitting there just hugging a puppy.
Yeah, Hollis isn't doing so great. You have a room.
Oh. Yeah, what is
I think
that?
you should run and touch that, Bjorn.
Yeah, right?
Push that, it'll take you to the final level against the Icon of Sin. And then to beat the game, you must defeat me, John Romero.
What?
Tad, you have seen things like this before. Bjorn hasn't, but you have.
Okay. Oh, teleportation portal thing.
Uh-huh. Yes.
What? Why's it got skull?
Because it was just an evil guy's portal. Technically, all the ones that you found in the Norro layers that was portals that you destroyed had this same icon.
I guess I scribble down its runes or whatever.
Sure.
Or then destroy it.
Wonder where it goes.
Here.
Oh.
That's
Alright. I guess break.
Well, there was the other hideouts that I probably could have gone to, but who knows?
The thing to remember with teleportation circles is if the teleportation circle is permanent, like this one is, then it is a exit more than it is a send to. Because the way that teleportation circle works is you can use the spell to teleport yourself and however many people's around you to any permanent teleportation circle that you know exists. And then if you have one that's permanent like this, this is your exit. This isn't a... basically, none of you can use this to get anywhere because none of you know the teleportation circle spell. But if you was to take the runes for this circle to someone who does, you could use it to come back here, but you have no reason to really do that. But anyway. Basically, finding permanent circles isn't going to be finding you gateways to other places. You've basically found exits. But yeah. So, you find that Riven is comforting a puppy.
Right back.
And, yeah. Do you two want to destroy the circle?
I mean, Norro's dead now.
Mm-hmm.
It could behoove us to just leave this here in case we ever need to get the fuck out of Dodge at some point.
Maybe.
We canceled the shit out of him, so...
I mean, accurate, yeah.
Yeah. Unflattering, but accurate.
It fucked up his science project.
Fucked up his science project. We ruined all of his religious temples.
There's still one religious symbol down here that you haven't fully destroyed yet.
Hint, hint.
Other than that, you've pretty much made short work of what this room has to offer. These rooms have to offer.
Mm.
So Locke probably finishes up with his copying down of the insanity.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and bring both of them with me, my transcript and the original.
Mm-hmm. So, what you gonna do with that?
Well, for now, I'm going to wait in the central room until the group comes back together. So
What
yeah,
was
once
in this room?
Yeah, in this room is a statue of a very big, pretty lady.
smash it.
But she's pretty.
That's
She's
why you
also-
smash.
She's slightly the statue is also slightly broken.
I shot her in the face.
Cracked and fractured, and yeah. It's like one of those modern art, like one of those old Greek art pieces that's missing parts. Yeah.
Well, if you're sure. So I guess I will smack at it. I don't have to be raging to recklessly hit, right?
No, of course not.
Ooh.
Very nice. Very
Oh, wait.
nice.
Hold on. I am not raging, so subtract 3 damage. So
Yeah.
I hit for 50.
Where'd the +3 come from?
Rage.
Bless.
Oh,
I did not
don't
mean to
have
click
bless
that.
either.
I did not mean to click that. Never mind.
I meant to +3. Your attack was probably blessed then. Yeah. Either way, yeah, you definitely hit it. Give me a wisdom save. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Bjorn would have aura of protection going, right?
Oh yeah, always.
So 20.
And he just so happened to come into the room.
Yep.
Well, we walked down the hall and we came back, and I was like, "What's in this room?"
It just makes sense, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So both of you see the pretty statue of the lady, and you were told by Locke from the other room to smash it. And
I mean, I was doing that out of character.
well, I mean,
If
Oh.
they ask,
that was not an instruction given by Locke. Locke is still looking at the spooky letter.
fair enough. Either way,
So what happened when I thwacked it for 15?
yeah, it's you did in fact deal damage to it. It is a statue made of stone, so it has all kinds of crazy.
It's a dense motherfucker.
Yeah, that. But
So
it's
it's still mostly standing.
some parts of it are probably not standing anymore, but the base of the statue is still mostly there. I mean, if you want to be all targeting about it, you can hit the torso and then knock the torso off of it.
I'm not good at history, but anything weird about the stone?
So, whenever you make a history check related to the origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal one. So
History plus 8.
yeah. Give me an intelligence roll plus 8, I guess.
17.
References of stone cutting. You're not good at history, but yes, you are.
Apparently.
Yeah. The stonework of this piece does not seem. One, it doesn't seem naturally made. It seems like it's probably made by magic. And two, it doesn't seem like it come from here. It doesn't like. You did take a trip into the Feywild prior, briefly. It feels like stonework that was from another world, another realm.
Can I attempt to shatter it again?
Yes.
Max damage, 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good grief. Yeah. So, shatter the torso. And now all that's really standing left is the, legs that are sitting on some sort of pedestal that's underneath the actual, what would be a dress if the statue was a person. Yeah, wisdom save.
8.
Okay. So, Cad,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to smash it anymore. You just want to stay here a while.
Okay. Do I feel compelled to, pick up the dust and the pieces and start putting it back together?
With an 8, probably.
I feel like Bjorn would probably notice if you stopped smashing and started fixing.
Yep.
Mumbling about trying to find which piece connects to this one.
You all right there, buddy?
I think I broke it.
Yeah. I believe that was your intent. How would you feel if I said I was going to finish breaking it?
I don't know how I would feel. Mysterious voice in the sky, how would I feel?
You are compelled to stay by it. That's about it. There's no, so if...
So Bjorn says something about, what if he destroys it? I pick up a pile of rubble and hug it against me.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not necessarily going to be compelled to attack him to protect it, per se, but at the current moment, you clearly do not want that to happen.
Interesting. Double checking something. Right. Okay. That's right. So, yeah, I'm just gonna smash it. Unless the cat actively tries to stop me.
You whack at what is left on the pedestal, I suppose, and yeah, the statue is mostly rubble, and at this point all the pieces of it are rather hard to distinguish from each other, or just so scattered about that, you might have the head still be mostly intact, but the head's over here in the corner or something. So it's pretty heavily demolished. It's just not turned into powder or something. And Cad, you are suddenly wait, what? What was I doing? You come back to yourself.
Did we win?
Did we win?
We'll look around at the smashed remains of the statue and I believe we did. The enemy is slain.
Da, 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 da,
Da, da, da, da. Okay.
Yes.
May I have Locke do something at this point?
Sure.
I would like Locke to use a cantrip he has not used in a long-ass time. I would like him to use Message. So, I'll have him put 2 fingers up to his throat, and as he pulls them away, there's this swirl of inky black that comes away from his Adam's apple. Comes to a little ball in his fingers, holds it up to his mouth, and he says into it, "If you two are done in there, I found something. Come on back to the main chamber." And then I will flick it out like a little pearl, and it just disperses and evaporates into the air, and then those words come into Bjorn's ear.
Yep.
Also, I like how I flared that. Cool visual
That was really nice.
Indeed.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm trying to get more creative with the visual flair of Locke's spells.
Yes.
Well, Bjorn's got nothing better to do, so he will heed these words.
Bjorn's good dude, and I can too.
Blue skidoo, we can do. You know, for the longest of times, I thought he was saying blue can do, we can too, not skidoo.
Anyway.
Hey, Blue, he can do. All right, so
Uh-huh.
once everyone's in the room, I'm gonna hold up the 2 notes. All right, so I think I found our resident dead necromancer's bedroom, and poking around the dearly departed's personal effects, I found what I can only assume to be a really poor attempt at poetry, the ravings of a madman, or the portent of an upcoming apocalypse. I'm not really sure which. It could be any of them or more than one. Who knows?
At least 2 of them sound fun.
Possibly. Who knows? For the time being, it's written in a cacophony of different clashing languages, and I, for one, feel very lucky that I can just skip any such nonsense. I've got a transcript down written on this sheet of parchment. I'll hold up the transcript. I'm going to go ahead and read it off for all of you so that we can all be on the same page, and no pun intended, and see what we make of it. And reading it off, it reads, "What did you expect from me? I'm bound to break if you keep me bending. I'm tired of playing pawn in sick little games. You dream the impossible, a shepherd herding your mindless cattle. Don't you act so surprised once you see what they have done to us this time. Maybe I'm not right, but I'm not what I seem. And maybe it's not right for me. Designed for second best. I feel I'm at my worst. Your expectations are my curse. You never had the heart or soul to let it go. Your jealousy, it takes control of everything you do. And even if you sign the line, pretend you're fine, my name isn't mine." And then these last 2 lines are really distorted and just like scratched or something. "I'm an object in your mind, but I'm just your property. Right?"
Point of order. I chose the crazy, like, broken text of that last line. Not necessarily because they were scratched out, though they probably were to some extent. But every other language that was in it is something like prim and proper. It's like some of it's celestial, some of it's draconic, some of it's common anyway, and some of it's giant, and it just bounces around a bunch. Those last 2 lines that were scratched out were the only lines that was written in abyssal.
Ooh, good, abyssal.
Oh, we like this.
Nothing
bad ever comes.
Other
from
than
this.
that, it's all over the place. And by all technicality, now that it has been read on screen, so to speak, it was not just a poor attempt at poetry from myself. It was pulled from a song.
Okay, I'm unfamiliar with it.
But anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's
What
what you
song?
have. Huh?
What song?
It is a indie musician song inspired by the history of, or inspired by the lore of the game Bendy and the Ink Machine, and it's This Is Not My Name, and it's a Bendy and the Ink Machine song.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Neat.
Indeed.
So upon reading all of that off, I'll look over at Oak. I dare say you probably knew Norro better than any of us, so does any of that mean anything to you?
I don't know. I can tell you that as much as it's like ravings of a madman about it, I don't even think or know if it was written by Norro, because as far as I knew, Norro didn't know multiple languages to be able to hodgepodge it together like that, so I don't know.
Maybe. I'll show Oak the original letter. Does this look like his handwriting? Did you ever get that memorized?
Take a look at it. Unless his handwriting's changed. No.
It was the creatures.
Maybe.
That thing is made up of multiple parts, if it's multiple languages.
Possible.
That's possible, yeah.
No, actually, it makes a lot of sense. To be honest, my first impulse, the first impression I got when I was reading it is maybe he was, like, I thought maybe it was Norro writing it, and that it was like, he was having, like, nightmares of, Valana, maybe, and she was, and, like, in those nightmares, she was chastising him for the shit he's been doing. I don't know. That was the impulse I got, but probably off the mark. I don't know.
I don't know. Wait.
I'll hold on to these. I'll hold on to these.
Can I see that again?
What?
Can I see that again?
Yeah, sure. I'll show them both.
And Oak will sort of look over it for a second. I can't be sure, but I don't think it's Nora's writing. It doesn't look like his, but it could be hers. Some of it.
Whose?
Valana.
Right, so I remember who Valana is just fine. But for the sake of David, who I don't think has been given a primer on that character, could you give us a quick refresher, DM?
So Norro had in his journal, he spoke of what he called the Valana Project, and everything he was doing was always for Valana. And the only other connection that name had at one point was Oak saying that Valana was the name of another cousin from the tribe that all of them were in, because not cousin, but another member of the tribe that all of them were in. Norro being a cousin to Oak, and then Valana being someone of the same tribe, not of the same family, but same tribe. And it was somebody that Norro always wanted to impress, but he never could. And then there was a fire that destroyed most of the village, and the only ones that got away from that fire were Oak and Norro. And the village was attacked. Oak doesn't really remember what exactly the attack was, but it was something more mundane, like closer to, not necessarily goblins, but like goblins, orcs, something more military and mundane. And yet what decimated the whole village was a fireball that came out of nowhere. So, yep, that's what we got.
That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But to be perfectly honest, I've understood maybe 20% of what's going on with this guy since the moment we set off on this journey. Honestly, I've mostly just been trying to kill him because, one, he kidnapped you, and two, just about everything Silver ever did revolved around putting a knife in his gut. So...
Admittedly, I sort of was on a revenge streak for what he did to the family, because after, again, for details for people who don't know, after the destruction of my village, I ran, and then I tried to come back after I had a chance to sort of grow, just to see what was left of the village. And then when I come back, it's a village of a crazed necromancer who's raised the tribe as zombies. So...
not ideal.
yeah. I was less than thrilled with the idea of, having zombies of what used to be my family.
Right.
So...
well, I don't think there's really anything else for us here.
not really, no.
Nora's dead. We already kind of scoured everything, unless Bjorn and Cad found something in that tunnel back there of note.
Does this mean we can finally leave the mountains?
I think this means we can finally leave the mountains if no one has any objections.
Yes, let's go home.
Well, okay, yep. Near as I can tell, our next priority is supposed to be go and kick the shit out of the asshole who fleeced the crap out of us by giving us fake money. Because
Alright,
otherwise-
kick the asshole, then go home.
And go home, take a nap, and then figure out what we're doing about silver.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's go.
Wait,
I love
forget about silver?
Figure out.
Figure out
Oh,
what
figure
we're
out.
doing.
I heard it, then we forget about.
Did forget.
Figure out.
There was a
Devise
bit
plans.
of
Return to that subplot that Locke grumpily had to abandon for a while.
yeah.
Well, we did send someone out to go.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know,
Young's
looking for
into that.
something?
Yeah, Young's looking into that, like, fucking Riven's person, partner.
Oh, isn't, Cal, yeah.
Cal.
Yeah, Cal's
Aren't
looking
they
at
supposed to be,
his
like,
work.
looking for a sword or something?
I think that's what they were doing. They were doing something.
Yep. Cal went out to
I don't,
look.
you're the one that had the weird dream about her.
Do you know how long that's been? We only play this game every other week, man. I've got a lot of shit I have to keep track of between that. Details get fuzzed.
I can
Yeah.
give you details if you want.
By all means.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, you had a dream where you talked to her and somehow Young got pulled into it, and she basically told you how to get into the stronghold without confronting, like, the whole of the order as through a back door, and, like, where to find her, and
Right,
then
I
she told
remember-
you to
right.
go find her sword.
I remember that part. So the sword, that's priority one. And that's
Yes.
what Young and the other person, Cal?
Cal. Cal.
Cal.
That's what those two are looking into, as I so recall. Okay. We'll want to check in on them at some point.
Technically, Young, or yeah. So you had the dream about the sword, and Young went to go and try to find the sword because she was very adamantly wanting to look into that. And Cal went to try to keep an eye on her, and as such, you guys haven't really discussed that much.
Checked in.
The only person who's really checked in on that was Oak, because he's the only one was sending, but he hasn't said anything about it, of what he may have found in the entire time that you've been doing all this mess. So,
Because none of us fucking asked. We've been busy.
uh-huh.
We've been
So,
Well, I
busy
mean,
having
Riven
hit
had
cut out on us by a
asked.
fucking dragon, so...
Riven had asked check on Cal,
um,
like, late one night. Just like,
So,
hey, how's she doing?
Brian,
Ah.
I want you to go ahead and roll for me, let's say 2d8 and 3d10.
So 10 and 17. Or 3, 7, 1, 6, 10.
Okay. So,
What the fuck does any of that mean?
remember when prior you were searching Norro for things that you could sell or items of value?
Yeah?
Yeah. Norro was a rather important individual,
Ooh, is this
Is
money?
that gold?
and he was
It is
rather
money.
wealthy. It is going to be 100 platinum
Fuck yeah!
and 170 gold.
Fuck yes, fuck yes, fuck yes. I'm taking that platinum. It's mine. I found it.
Okay.
As for the gold, I don't want to do math. I have 331 gold right now, and that was 170 gold I just got.
Uh-huh.
What would that put me at? Like 500 gold, 501 gold if I were to take all of it?
I believe so, yes.
Wait.
That's right.
How
I'm
much
not
gold
gonna-
did you have?
331
331.
plus 170.
501.
Yeah, I thought so. That said, how many people are there in the party? 5?
Yes.
Everyone can get 34 gold pieces if we divide it up evenly. Which I think Locke will do in this circumstance, just because, like, I am taking this silver as a consolation prize for all this bullshit. You know, the platinum, rather. And the gold evenly distributed. So everyone go ahead and just give yourselves 34. 34 gold.
Hooray!
So, money! All right. I think we're done here.
Let's leave.
Let's.
Yep.
Let's. Ow. I'm not even that hurt, and ow. Fuck it. I'm done here. We are leaving.
Okie dokie.
Be
All
right
right.
back.
We're gone. Goodbye.
And thanks
Should
for all the
we?
fish.
Should we close?
Yeah.
Should we break the door?
There's a potentially useful portal in the back. So do we want to be trapped if we ever had to come here?
Do we know? Does anyone know how to do teleport?
I don't. My mother does.
Yeah, so I doubt it's very useful
Yeah.
for us.
Honestly, we should probably just let this person's bullshit lie. So, Dara, you never answered my whisper earlier.
Yes. So the answer to that would technically be, you have to sleep first.
Okay. So, in other words, I can't do the thing I want to do right now. Very well, then.
Not at the moment.
So I'll just glare at it for a bit. Probably not worth the energy to break down the entrance, though. I say leave it.
Okay.
And then you guys will make your way out of the cave. And I'll say you probably found it, since you had light coming in that was actual light once the necromancy energy was stopped. It's probably, we'll say, about 4 or 5. So you could travel for a bit, or you could rest, and then you could start journeying your trek. Or you could focus on getting down and off the mountain before you sleep.
Off the mountain, please.
Right, so remind me, where's the merchant who fleeced us?
Right?
Here?
Ryandel.
Right now. So then the way I see it, the fastest route would be to head south to Plarend and seek passage on a ship to here, and then just go to Rydell from there, make it a full circle.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Keep it simple.
Nothing ever goes bad on a boat.
No, nothing does.
Yeah, nothing ever goes wrong on a boat. Like, say, for example, forgetting to tell the captain where you're going.
But again,
And winding up-
it is very important that you did that, because otherwise you would have never found the lovely Bjorn.
Yeah, and like just wind up on completely the wrong, and just wind up on the wrong fucking continent.
Bjorn would still be
And
working
it's
as a
just
bouncer
like-
at a bar.
Silver Ryan, like, God damn it.
So this is like, wait, did we ever tell the captain where we're going? Shit.
It was great.
It's still one of my favorite moments of this entire
Yeah, I feel like,
because
so, Captain Person.
where the fuck are we going?
Anyway,
We just kind of hopped on without thinking about it. I don't even remember why we didn't think about it. We just hopped on because we wanted to go. We were just-
Because we wanted to go back home after dealing with the bard lady.
Oh right, the snake lady at Musashad. We were just like, we're done with this fucking island. I don't even care where we're going. We're in a pun. This was not the plan. I wanted to go to Mommy, not here. It's cold here. Give me a coat, please. Fuck this. I want a coat.
yeah. So you guys are going to begin your trek. Make your way off the mountain quickly. Give me some just on the cuff acrobatics checks for how easily and carefully you climb down the mountain.
Oh, this is gonna go great. Oh no, it's athletics that I suck at. Acrobatics, I suck at. So that's a 5.
I said acrobatics. You can do acrobatics or athletics. It doesn't really matter.
Well, I have a +2 in acrobatics and a -2 in athletics, so I'm taking the 5. Thank you.
Oh no. A 12. +8, so that's a really
Because
shit
fucking
roll.
Riven is just making mockery of all of us.
She's
He
right.
wants off this mountain.
Right?
I mean, accurate.
So athletics is to try and get down the mountain.
Athletics or acrobatics to get down the mountain.
Oh no, Hollis.
Oh no!
Right.
Boy!
You curl up into a little raging ball and just ricochet downhill.
You don't want to rage. You would get advantage, yes, but you are you, so you don't want to rage.
No.
You don't need it though, so you're fine. So as a whole, everyone did fairly okay. You had a 24 in there to help sort of round out the fact that you had a 5 and an 8. It's maybe not exactly as graceful as you want, per se, but yeah, Riven, you get down there pretty quick.
Yeah.
And now you are sort of over here. More or less. Ish.
Dun, dun, dun.
So the descent, I imagine, took some hours.
Yes, it did. It is probably past nightfall by the time you actually get down here.
Well, then that sounds to me like a great time to take a full fucking rest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how.
So, you can then take a full rest.
Locke will flop out the blanket of fortitude.
And you can set up some perception checks for the night in your normal order that you've been doing perception checks.
Let's roll mine now. Just never mind. As a 3.
22 or 22?
Son of a fucking fuck.
25.
So, interesting.
Oh no.
No, Bjorn!
Interesting.
Fell asleep, guys. I'm sorry.
Interesting point of order. There was a point in which Oak had 17 perception. I then realized I had been doing this wrong and dropped 17 down to 12. But in last level up, Oak got
Back up to 17.
No, Oak got
Oh.
improvements to stats, both of the stats in which he was using. Because you can do ability score improvements of 1 point to 2 skills, or 2 abilities. Yeah. He bumped his charisma to a +4 when it was a 3, and bumped his wisdom to a +5 when it was 4. As such, 12 is now 13. 32. Anyway.
We see all.
So, actually, yeah, you do see all, because there was at least one person in each group of the normal watches that rolled extremely well. Because it is usually Cad and Bjorn, Locke and Oak, and then Riven and Hollis. Was how you've been generally handling that. So, you do your watches. Everything is grand. All of you get your full rest. Hooray.
Yes! Yes, queen.
Okay. And then dreams. Hooray.
Oh, good. I bet it's me.
Yeah, we'll start with Locke. Why not?
Okay, let me get my Cthulhu music going. Because I bet I know where this is going.
Oh, in the meantime, is there rolls I have to do?
Yes, give me a charisma roll, Riven.
Oh no!
Or a charisma save, rather.
Christmas save, Christmas save. 7!
Yay, that's gonna be grand.
Lucky 7s!
Actually, also, just for purposes, roll me a d8.
4.
4. So,
What madness do you have now?
You're close. It's what madness do you have now?
Yeah. There you go.
Tappity.
Cool. Awesome.
So now then, Locke. You, instead of finding yourself in the swampy, like swamp land that is Ambinson's area, you sort of come to and very quickly are plunging into the swampy water, tumbling over. Yeah. And you have just you don't know which way it's up, you don't know which way it's down, and you are just all over the place, and you will hear Ambinson's voice saying, "You have awakened a magic of your own, Locke. It's time for you to show it." And then you splash up, and you're in the swampland that you're used to. It's worth noting that usually when you're standing in this swampy water, it has been like knee-high to you. But now you're coming out of it, and it's like you've sunk in it.
Like I've sunk in it?
Like there's depth to it now that there didn't used to be. So like this is the same place that you have periodically spoken to Anvinswind, and you've been standing in like knee-high water. But now you're in that very same water, but it's just your head sticking out because you've come out of it.
Are my feet like still on solid ground, or am I like swimming in place?
You're swimming in place. To be standing on solid ground, you would have to pull yourself out of it and get to solid ground, which you're not entirely sure where that is.
Just remind me what Cthulhu Face said.
You have a magic. You have a magic all your own. It's now time to show it.
Okay. Locke is going to kind of flail in the water for a little bit because he was never particularly good at swimming.
You have horrible strength, so no, you're not.
Just kind of splashing about, like, I guess after a couple minutes, I'll try to like remind myself that like this place isn't real. Bad things that happen here typically just result in me waking up kind of sweaty. A few deep breaths, stop the flailing, and try to like level out the movements. More usual, just stay in water, swimming motions to just kind of float. And to show it, huh? Oh, that's not cryptic at all. I'll look around. Is Anvinswind anywhere in sight, or am I just alone in the middle of the endless fucking swamp?
You do not see Anvinswind, but you do see his eye high above over there. So he's watching you. You just can't see him.
Alright, are there like trees or like reeds of grass or anything nearby?
Yeah.
Coming up out of the water?
Relatively close, yeah. Roots of a tree. So you know that there is land that you could theoretically swim to, if you wanted to. You would just have to sort of swim, and it took you calming down before you realized, oh wait, there's a tree over there.
Okay, well, I'll look at the tree for a minute, just kind of face it. I'm not going to swim to it yet, though. Instead, I'm going to close my eyes and, I guess, imagine that, like, the ground under the water is, like, coming up to my feet and see if that does anything. Like, try to, like, will myself a platform to stand on.
Interesting. Roll me charisma.
Because the whole thing is I'm... Okay. Because like, the whole thing is I'm trying...
That's your spellcasting stat, right? Charisma? Charisma?
Yes.
Yeah. Roll charisma.
19.
Yep. You have platform.
Nice. I'll be damned. Alright. I'll glance back up at Vindsvept's eye. Does he look like he's approving of what I just did, or just kind of indifferent, or just observing, curious? Can I get like any kind of read on what the big sucker is feeling or thinking?
You have seen at least a couple times where he essentially smiles with his one eye, and that's what you're saying.
I wish.
I mean, you just wish for a platform.
Yeah, it won't carry over into the real world, though.
Well, you know, one amulet that went from dreamland to real land.
Yeah, but I don't think that translates to stamped monetary coins.
Anyway.
I guess what I'll do for now, then, is I will make that platform rise a little higher.
Okay.
And see if I can't like start populating it with like little blades of swampy grass, fern sort of around the edges where the water meets the soil. I kind of want it to like slope down into the water at a gradual sort of decline, like a sort of flattened circular platform in the middle, maybe like 30 feet around if I can.
You rolled a 19, so sure.
Yeah. So once I've got myself that little circular platform, we'll say like at its highest point about like 5 or 10 feet above water level. Can I then like extend out that platform behind me to make like almost like a walkway or something?
Okay.
So it's like a natural bridge over the water, it's the flat path. And then can I like wheel up a bunch of tree roots and trees themselves that just kind of grow up around the end of that platform to make like a natural looking archway?
That's interesting.
And to like make like a door.
Sure.
The idea in Locke's head is that he's imagining somewhere where whenever he comes to this space again, he will emerge onto this platform he's making for himself, emerging from this archway he's trying to make.
Okay. Sure.
Just a little spot that's his.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. And I guess I'll populate the kind of moss swampy ground with like some soft, thick, cushiony green moss. Pop up a couple little mushrooms, maybe some bioluminescent flowers around the edges to provide some very faint illumination. And then in the very middle of the circular platform, one more sort of larger tree with a very, very wide canopy with sort of dull green leaves that kind of droop faintly like trimmed willow tree leaves to create like an umbrella over the whole platform so that in the event that there's like rain, it won't fall on anyone standing under the tree's boughs.
As you're sort of willing all these things into existence of sorts, you notice that the magic that you're pulling through, it feels a bit like Vindsvept's, but there's a consistency to it that's different. It feels like whenever you used Vindsvept's magic, it felt different. It was a part of you, but it wasn't yours. This magic that you're flowing around that's doing this, that you're interacting with his magic, is yours.
So it's like tugging on a string that's connected to my chest instead of a string that's connected to someone else's hand.
Basically, yes.
All right. And then once I've got that final tree situated, I will walk to the edge of the platform in front of Vindsvept and look up at the eye and just sort of throw my arms out wide as if, how's this?
Well done.
For the record, next time I'm here, I would like to show up here. I put a lot of hard work into this, and I would like to not stand in water every time we talk.
Fair enough. Part of this land is yours now.
I'll sort of kneel down by one of the little mushrooms I grew up and just kind of tap it with my fingers. Weird feeling. I wouldn't be against showing my friends this one of these days if I ever could.
I take it things went well for you.
Well, we've been hunting that Norro guy for a real long time, and we finally took him down. Don't think I didn't notice during that time when I was attacking the statue that you didn't jump to my defense, by the way. Noticed that. Thanks.
I protect my charges.
No? I suppose I should count myself lucky to have an ally like you, huh?
Indeed. And
Well,
you sort of, did you have anything specific that you wanted to discuss with him, per se?
I mean, if he has things he wants to discuss with me, I'm open to it, but right now Locke just kind of wants to bask in the things he's created for a little while. Just
Yeah.
and be like, this is mine.
Yep. All right.
Just.
He'll be silent to allow you to do that, basically, and then you will eventually comfortably wake up from your dream state whenever you wish, essentially.
Yep. Yeah, and for the flair of that, to wake up, Locke will just walk out of the space through the archway he made.
Following Locke's dream state thing, we will go to a Riven.
What?
Uh-huh. You find yourself in that creepy hospital place again.
Oh, joy. Okay.
You are in the waiting room
Mm-hmm.
again, and it's a bit like the scene from what was it? Was it Shining that had the two twin things? It was creepy.
Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that, but instead of two twin young girls, it's two twin drow girls, adults rather than kids.
Oh, okay.
You will see the two drow twins. Well done, Riven. You gave us quite the jump start. How does it feel?
Fine? How am I supposed to feel?
Powerful. More fun.
I honestly haven't really noticed anything like that.
Not at all. Are you sure? As they're going back and forth, they are going back and forth. Freaky twin thing.
Ah.
Ah,
Finishing Cho's sentences.
Shank.
What?
I wish I could do like ever so subtle voice acting changes to make where voices are the same but they're different, so that I could do that. But anyway.
Yeah.
So tell us about that soul you brought us. You know, the fractured one,
What?
the broken one, the strong.
What?
You don't know?
No?
Do you want to see?
Maybe?
And they will turn and they will be walking down the hallway.
If it's gonna follow. And stay, like, specifically in the middle of the hallway. Away from the doors.
Away from all the doors and just like tunneling straight through the hallway as far from either door that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're just walking along. They're not going to be like any crazy weird skipping or anything like that, but they're walking peacefully and happily.
Oh, that's fine.
Sort of in sync as they're walking forward. Their steps are in a rhythm. And here we are. Take a look inside. And they will show you a doorway. It's the same sort of doors that you've been seeing, that you've been passing as you're walking up. It's got like
No, there's nothing that's gonna, reach out to grab me, right?
powerful warrior like you. Don't tell us you're scared.
Look, that was it a dwarf lady? That out of character. Was it a dwarf lady that
It was.
kind of jumped at the door?
It was.
Yeah. Look, there was that crazy dwarf down there. Yeah. No.
But you're so powerful. Nothing can harm you, right?
No. Nothing can harm me.
Then why are you scared? Take a look inside, Riven.
I'm not scared. She'll go up to the door.
Okay. You look inside.
Yes.
Wow, jump scare.
So,
If it's a jump scare, she's gonna start swinging.
You're jump scared in your dream. Roll initiative.
so you're going to look inside, and looking inside of the room, you will see what appears to be a young, maybe 20-something female furbolg. It's just sort of sitting in the corner. And then you blink, and then male furbolg sitting in the corner. You blink again. It is one of the lizard folk Vyashinos scratching on the walls. And it just
hello.
It just keeps, much like the not that Riven was there for that, but much like the ever-changing books in the library, it keeps changing. And you end up seeing, on a cycle, 5 different people. A male dragonborn, a male furbolg, a female furbolg, a female tabaxi, leopard tabaxi, by the way, and a dragonborn, the Vyashino, male.
Okay.
And the Vyashino seems scared. The the Vyashino seems scared. The Dragonborn is just sort of stoic and sitting in the corner. And then the rest of them seem sad, rather than scared or stoic. It just keeps switching back and forth like a weird, glitchy sprite in a video game.
Hello? Hello?
They will all look at you at different points as it glitches.
Oh, okay. Hi?
They just look at you. They're still in the corner away from the wall. And then the twins speak up. Aren't they grand? They're so strong. So much magic. So much power. They'll serve us well, as you have.
Have? As in past tense?
You will continue to serve us, won't you? You wouldn't want anyone to be upset with you, would you?
Who would be upset with me?
The girls in sync snap their fingers and then screams. And then snap their fingers and scream, stop. All of us.
Are you... all of you?
In sync with each other instead of, going back and forth. We have told you who we are, haven't we?
Think so?
And, you will hear the multitude of voices yet again. The allegiance seeks power. Riven. And you'll wake up.
Question!
Huh?
She had a question.
What was your question?
My question was is the Legion good?
They wouldn't have answered that anyway. They would have laughed at you.
Oh, that's not helpful.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an answer.
So I will say then, if you want that question to go in there, then the final call of you waking up is the full multitude of voices all laughing at you.
That's not creepy at all.
Nope.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be creepier if her own voice was mixed in.
No, not yet.
Can I roll an insight check?
Insight check on what? Them?
On whether or not like the laugh was like a good innocent kind of laugh, or like an evil laugh, or a neutral laugh.
Like a
Something.
You stupid bitch. Laugh.
22.
Natural 20, 22 inside. It's not hard to figure out, but you did really, really well. Yeah, they're not exactly good, like at all. I don't know if Brian could do a better evil laugh than me, but that was my intended an evil laugh. So, yeah, that sure.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Anyway,
What?
Okay. So yeah, that's a 22 insight.
yeah, like I said, they ain't exactly good.
I need a 22.
They're not good, but they're not evil.
They are largely neutral. Yes.
Okay. Riven's just gonna be like, okay.
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 Yeah.
I will say that
I'll accept it now.
the laugh is largely neutral enough in nature, but if there was there would be in fact a rather heavy leaning towards evil. But as a whole, the laughter is mostly neutral.
Neutral. Okay.
If not for the fact that some of the beings inside it are evil and some of the beings inside it are good, so the beings as a whole become neutral. It's average. Yay.
Ah, neutral being. Okay. She can work with a neutral being. Okay.
At least for now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you will all wake up from your sleep and things, and you will begin your journey to Florand, or however I was pronouncing that.
You never have officially. That's why its label's missing for us.
Oh,
Well, thankfully you have said it, but it was out of campaign.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we've been there.
Not that one. No, you went to Muzuchad.
No, I mean,
Or-
I'm pretty sure we got Muzuchad from here.
Yeah, you got.
No,
to.
we went to Muzitrod from Eorzar.
From Azar, whatever. Okay, fair enough.
We haven't been to this town to get its name yet. It has not been unlocked. For only $15, we can unlock it.
Until after Locke enters and then leaves.
Anyway, so you guys are going to journey down, and make your way.
EIJ.
So,
Okay, I would like to do something as we're going across along our day.
before we get to that, everyone but Riven make a perception check.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And Hollis
Natural
can't
one.
too. And Hollis can't too, technically.
Oh.
Just because of more weird shit with Riven?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's acting so weird I can smell it.
This is something you can't smell.
Okay, so pretty much everybody but Locke will notice.
Makes sense for Locke, because he's busy trying to figure out what his new spells even are.
Like
Locke's trying to decide if he wants to attune to Norro's ring. Ring goes on, ring goes off, ring goes on.
No.
No.
Locke is like just She's like hanging at the back of the group, having a hard time keeping up because he keeps like swirling around magic energy shit, trying to do stuff that he's just trying to figure out what the fuck he can do now.
Make a mushroom.
Don't have a spell to make plants.
So yes, I will say. Do you want me to describe her, or will you, Sam?
Well, you guys know that she's a gray orc, half orc, right?
Yes.
She's paler. And she has a bit of a frosty breath.
Oh.
And it's not cold. Like, it's not cold around you, and yet when she breathes, there is
Ever so slightly wisps.
wispy and mist.
No.
Can I use my divine sense?
Sure.
You sense no divinity.
Beings or undead within 60 feet of me.
Ooh.
I don't think Riven would count as undead.
Hold on, I'm looking stuff up. But get to that in a moment.
See, the answer's at the beginning of that. It hits your senses like a noxious odor, but you can't smell it.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Alright. My bad.
Yep. Well, if Riven wants to be the one to answer that momentarily, we'll switch to Locke for the moment. What you doing, Locke?
Well, the thing is, like, the thing I want to do necessitates Bjorn, and Bjorn is doing something, so I have to wait for him to be done.
Why do you need Bjorn to figure out what your spells do?
You'll find out.
I am not a test dummy, you know.
You might be.
Alright. Just remember, I still got that decanter of ale, and I
Why do
will
you
guide
think you're my target?
Alright. We're about to start a war, I think.
Uh-huh.
Kadruil will sell tickets and like manage all the book balancing for it.
So did we go to that particular town in your pilgrimage thing, Riven? The one you guys are going to currently?
Isn't there a blacksmith there?
I wasn't sure.
Or
if
was that
in...
Yudban?
I wasn't... Yeah, I don't know if it was Palrand or Yadlan that I had the
Ooh, here we go. Divine sense. There's nothing wrong with her. There is no signs of undead or anything.
Okay. Well, divine sense isn't turning up anything weird, so I guess Bjorn is just keeping an eye, but otherwise continuing on.
Okay.
Actually, I should probably send this to you, Dalrid.
Mm-hmm. That'd
Alright.
be good for me.
Now I can do my thing?
Yep.
Alright, so, as we're going, like I'd say, like about halfway through the day, Locke is going to come over to Bjorn. Hey!
Hi, what's going on?
So, some things might be happening with me, and I need to sort some of it out. Could you hold still for a minute?
That depends entirely on the reason why you want me to hold still.
I need, something to focus on, and I'm moderately certain it has to be alive. It's not going to hurt. If I'm right about what it is, it might be a little gross, though.
Gross. Okay. Bjorn pulls out his decanter of ale and takes a couple of swigs. Lowers it and says, "If it does hurt, you will also be drinking."
I understand. Though to
And
be
then
fair,
I just aim it at him and wait.
to be fair though, and I'll reach down, wait for a second, like pick up a little black beetle off the ground. Just hold it between my fingers. The reason I'm picking you is because one time you blasted me with that without my consent, so this is us getting even. And I will squish the beetle between my fingers, point a finger at Bjorn, and I will cast Infestation on him without trying to hurt him with it.
Yep.
Okay. Is it a target thing or a save thing?
The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or it takes damage. But I am not trying to hurt him with it. I'm just trying to make the bugs appear. So that's a 14. My spell save DC is 5. So, for purposes, you won't take the damage from this because I am not actually trying to hurt you. But we will say that a notably large swarm of can rhinoceros beetles fly? Hercules beetles, rhinoceros beetles, whatever they're called. Can they fly?
Technically, I think, yeah.
Okay, we'll use a Hercules beetle. A swarm of Hercules beetles just suddenly come up around you, just apparating in this swarm of buzzing, and I need to roll a D4 apparently. And you are shunted 5 feet east as the bugs just sort of latch onto you and start pushing you away.
So Bjorn will take the decanter of ale, hold it above his head, aimed down towards him, and use Geyser.
Yep.
Okay.
So as the bugs are carrying him, he just douses himself in a explosive shower of ale to get them off.
Sure. Okay, and we'll just dispel them. And Locke, after doing that, will go like, "Oh, that is awesome!"
An
Yes!
ale-soaked, grumpy Bjorn rises from the mud. Yes. Awesome.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just it's new magic. It's new magic. I'm really happy. I know new spells. Yes. Okay. Sorry that you had to be my test dummy on that one. I'll look for other things next time, or even now, and I'll pat him on the shoulder and move on.
If only someone in this group had prestidigitation. Although I guess
that's
Bjorn
right.
although I guess technically Bjorn doesn't mind being covered in ale versus being covered in bugs.
One is definitely preferable to the other.
Alright.
So yeah, I guess just over the course of the rest of the day, every so often, Locke is going to discover how to do one of his new cantrips. Like at one point, he'll splash a bunch of acid against the log they're passing by. At one point, his sickle is just going to light up with energy. And at another point, a squirrel is going to get scared and run the fuck away.
How do you know that was magic?
Because I made it run away.
Yeah, Bjorn can also make squirrels run.
Anyway.
Locke's just taking the day to familiarize himself with his new sorcerer spells. Infestation, Acid Splash, Booming Blade, Mind Sliver, Feather Fall, and Catapult.
It's a good selection.
It is.
You're going to continue making your way southward. And Sam, I double-checked your Riven's little pilgrimage thing. It was, in fact, down here where said blacksmith was.
Okay.
So, you are going to slowly but surely make your way southward along the road. Things are sort of peaceful. Not a whole lot is going on. Not really. And yeah, there's a day of travel in here. Gonna get down here, thereabouts. Rest for your watches and things. Perception checks.
Fuck. Please roll not shit. Did I just roll a natural one again?
You did.
Yes.
Awesome.
And
So
Bjorn
did I.
did too.
Well, I shan't suffer alone then.
Don't worry, Oak to the rescue.
It's a good thing Cat is on my watch.
Yeah, well, Oak to the rescue indeed, random 30. So I like that Hollis was the one that got the better watch in Riven and Hollis. So
Well, yeah, the dog got fucked up. The dog's keeping a very careful watch out for anything that could fuck him up again.
I mean, yeah, reasonable.
PTSD, a powerful motivator.
Yeah, so... Hey, Riven, make a charisma save for me.
Fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
17.
Okay, fair enough. That's better. You... I sort of feel like Riven's, like... getting ready for sleep and it's like... I don't know. Is Riven weary of sleep? Because of said crap?
She is a little bit concerned, a bit like, okay. Well,
Maybe everyone's not totally full of shit.
yeah.
Okay. So this night, your rest is somewhat okay. However, you still have to deal with your table.
Oh.
Because powerful soul is powerful, and souls is what makes your table work. So,
Yes.
roll a d8.
That's 7.
7. And I can't type straight. There you go.
Okay.
So, Riven, you're pretty peaceful. Your dreams are okay. You don't have any kind of weird shenanigans. Not really.
Peace.
You're more at peace.
Okay.
So, and at this point, any of the effects that I've hit you with, of course, are going to stick. They're not just going to fall off like some of the ones I've had previously.
I'm just assuming by now the other ones have kind of stopped.
For the most part. And if you do
Yeah,
get,
she's not twitching anymore.
and if you do get any of those again, at this point, it's going to be stick instead of fall off.
Oh, okay.
So eventually things might start to stack and you'll be all kinds of screwed up. But anyway. So you're going to continue ever onward. And yeah, as you're making your way forward to this other town, Oak will sort of shy up to Locke as they're traveling, and he's just so I think Riven is getting worse.
Yeah. I noticed.
What do we want to do about that?
Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure what we can do. She gets pretty closed off about it whenever I try to prod. And I do not mean any offense when I say this. I get the impression she'd probably climb up even harder about it if you were to start poking at it, given some past events. So,
Yeah, that's why I come to you first.
and
Also,
good guy Bjorn is. Riven is not super familiar with him, so there's a certain degree of personal attachment that is lacking there. That will undoubtedly hinder any attempts to approach the matter that he makes.
Yeah. Also, I've been thinking about it a bit, and I really need to have a conversation with you next watch.
Shit, really?
Yeah. We usually do watches together anyway, but I want you to be more aware of it.
Alright, by all means, when the time comes, clue me in, but for now...
Yeah. I guess we just keep an eye on her.
Yeah, keep an eye. If she starts getting really bad... I don't know.
Well, she's already paler, which is weird.
Yeah, I'm really nervous about trying to push this matter harder, you know?
Yeah, agreed. Okay.
So, keep an eye. If things get really bad, I guess, I don't know, instigate an intervention?
Right. I mean, I can at least strike up a conversation with her about not that, and then maybe we can sort of figure something out.
Hopefully. Upon which note, actually, have you been keeping in touch with, Cal and Young?
That's what the... Yeah.
I see. Alright, just next time you, ping them, get in touch, if your communication is with, Cal, if you haven't already, maybe notify them about what's going on with Riven, with the paling and the twitchiness and the aggression. Maybe they'll have some idea. If not, they should at least be made aware of it before the group reconvenes so that they can be prepared to acknowledge that it's a thing to be careful about.
Yeah. I've already told her that we're making our way here, and she said that she was going to do the same.
Oh, so, like, en route to meet up right now?
I hope so.
In Plarend or
Clarend.
Oh, that's convenient.
Oak will smile and is just like, conveniences of druids being able to fly.
Yeah, that is indeed a convenience.
Anyway, yeah. Let's work on that.
All right.
And Oak will sort of step forward closer to Riven, and he's so Riven, question. You came up to this forest before, right? The grove over there?
That's where I lived for a bit.
Did you come and see any of these towns? Do you know any of the people that were going to be meeting in town here?
Unfortunately, I do.
Sort of raise an eyebrow. I was like, unfortunate. Okay.
Look, there's another half-orc that lives in this town.
Oh.
He doesn't take the hint very lightly.
Oh.
So.
Alright then. Hopefully we won't have the enjoyment of running into him. We are just going to be looking for a boat after all.
She just shrugs.
You're feeling
I mean,
okay, right?
he is the one that sat there and repaired my armor. But
Well, that's good. So you're feeling alright, yeah? After all the fights before?
I'm just glad to be out of the mountains. But yeah, I'm fine.
Fair. Alright. And then you guys will make your way into town. Hooray.
Woo!
You will have to find your way to an inn, which is not going to be hard. Riven knows exactly where an inn is.
Yep. Gonna go over there.
You guys will make your way into the inn, and sitting at one of the tables in the corner as you step on through is Cal.
Riven is going to go run to her and give her a big old hug.
Nice to see you too. Hi. Whoa. Wait.
Ha!
Riven, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
You just... Did something happen? She looks at everyone else.
We've been hiking through the mountains, and then we came
There
down
has
here.
been some shit en route.
Well, I mean, I know you were going to go up and fight the necromancer guy, but...
Yeah, we did that. We won. Now we're here.
I also fought some face spiders. I got to create a fancy island in the middle of a swamp. It was great.
What?
Yeah. I'll explain later.
Okay.
Look, funky shit happens in your dreams. Funky shit happens in mine.
You've been having weird
Yeah.
dreams.
I've been
Probably
having weird
everyone
dreams
has.
ever since I learned how to read.
She like puts her hand on Riven's shoulder and just. Okay, Riven, do I feel warm? Do you?
No, you feel normal. Why? Do you have a fever? Are you sick?
No, but I think you might be because you are extremely cold.
I feel fine.
Huh.
You look about as gray as a rock.
I am gray.
More gray.
How can I be more gray?
By being more gray. I'm not sure how else to describe it. You do look
How
pale.
does how does Riven
She's more. She leans more towards. She's starting to lean more towards white and paleness.
Okay, I do believe Cal was not there at the time in which Riven got the axes.
Nope.
How is Riven carrying the axes? Is it clear that those axes are there in the way they look?
They're just hanging on her side, like how she normally carries her axes.
Okay, but it would be seen in a different kind of axes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have to talk. Okay, like me and you.
What? What did I do?
Don't know, but something.
What do you mean you don't know?
Something's up with you. We'll have to figure it out.
I'm fine. I keep telling
You're
them
not
I'm
the only one who
fine.
notices it. It's apparent on first glance.
Yes, and I'm telling you guys I'm fine.
Are you?
Yes.
I'll put like the
Except
back
for
of
the
my
weird
hand on her
dreams,
shoulder.
but yes, I'm fine.
I'll put the back of my hand against her shoulder. How cold is she?
Very.
Riven, you feel like the Arctic that we just left.
Riven was never in the Arctic, by the way.
Is
We were
she
up in the
carrying
mountains,
bag of
but-
holding?
Yes.
Oh, makes sense then.
It has a leak.
Okay. I'll talk to her. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, we can talk later.
But anyway, so at least you got rid of your previous target.
Norro, the son of a bitch, is dead.
Alright. So what's your goal
Oh.
now?
If you're here, does that mean is Young nearby? Is she here?
No. She's not.
Then where is she? And I thought you were supposed to be following her.
I was.
What
And
happened?
then I lost track of her.
Oh,
And then when I
great.
send messages to try to find her, I could not find her.
Don't like that.
No.
Yep. And I told him, but
You did.
she points to Oak. I told him before, but he was, and then Oak speaks up. I was more focused on getting us to deal with Norro, and I know that Young can usually take care of herself. So, you were more worried about getting rid of your estranged cousin than your adopted sister. Something like that, yes.
On a matter of simple practicality, it does make a degree of sense. We wouldn't want our attention divided going into that fight. It was a rough one, and it's a good thing that we were focused going in. If we were distracted, it could have gone very differently. That being said, I'll turn to Oak with a bit of a furrowed brow. It would have been nice to know that immediately after the fight was over until just now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So what are you guys doing now? What is your intent at the moment?
As I can tell, I think our objective is to go find a merchant who fleeced us and beat the shit out of him at the request of the dragon that I am indebted to.
Right. That's grand.
It is.
Yeah,
It really is.
that's fun.
Yeah.
I sure hope this merchant is a merchant that you can get, out on his own somewhere and not in like a busy city.
I mean,
He's in Rydell.
I don't think we're planning on killing him.
So you're
I
going...
mean,
Riven,
sorry.
you realize how dangerous that is, right? At least not from a state of, okay, sure, you're going to be able to deal with a random merchant
Well,
very
at least
easily.
teach him a lesson so he knows to be more truthful in his transactions.
Fair.
We don't even necessarily have to get physical with it. We could just scare the shit out of him by making him think his place is haunted.
Now that I
How?
like better.
I mean, we have access to an assortment of spells at our disposal. We could very easily just pull some clever tricksy shit and make him think that, oh no, my place is suddenly haunted. Like, make him think that, like, people who, like, he fleeced in the past got killed because of his bullshit, and now they're coming back to haunt him unless he can turn his evil ways around and start being an honest fucking merchant for once. I don't know. I'm throwing shit at the wall and seeing if anything sticks.
So we have the ghost of the past and the
Yeah.
present and the future.
For what it's worth.
Yes.
For what it's worth, you do at least know of, or at least one of you, really knows one person that would be somebody of his past that he would probably have issues with appearing again.
Gretchen?
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah,
feel
but
fugly
Gretchen
about
has a problem with him as well, so I doubt she wants to come along.
Well, no, but like, I
Use her
Illusion.
image as part of the thing.
use illusions of her to fuck with the bastard. That is something to
Okay.
workshop.
Wow, are we gonna drive this person into an insane asylum?
No, just scare him a
Okay.
little.
Okay.
If we can make the dragon happy without having to beat up someone or kill them, committing a heinous crime that could land us in prison for a long time if we get caught again, I'd like to go about humbling this person without killing them if we can. If we can just scare the shit out of them, that would be good. Also, it would give me an excuse to be really mean and not feel bad about it after the fact.
Okay, fair enough.
Right. Okay.
Something to
so-
workshop.
So, you're going to Rydell. Does that mean you're going to take a boat down to the other side to get you closer to that part of Gradiriel, and then move on? Is that the plan?
I think so.
Yes.
Boat from Plaren under a Shang, and then up to Rydell, and then Locke's House of Horrors.
Sure. Alright. I just... And then Cal sort of... If you're wanting to be subtle, I think you might want to be careful who you send in too close. Some of you seem like you're going to be a little bit more subtle than others.
We'll workshop it when we're closer to time.
Thank you.
Right.
Did you just say snake?
Yes.
Okay.
Why did you say snake?
Why?
Snake?
Because I'm a druid.
I mean, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can be a snaky snake.
Oh!
Sneaky snake.
Can you be a snaky snake with Gretchen's face?
She's no.
Can you be a snaky snake with just a general human face?
No.
Well, then what the fuck is the point?
I don't know.
I mean, you could turn into a snake and then cast minor illusion on the snake's face. But anyway, like you said, we'll workshop it. We'll figure it out.
I gotta sit there and see what the creature class is for snake.
Snake's the
first.
beast. Yes, you can turn into a snake. You're going to rest for the night in the inn, and then you are going to find your means to have a boat the following morning. And meanwhile, in the night, Cal is going to have a little mini intervention.
Huh?
Cal is going to try to figure out what in the crap is going on with Riven. Because something is.
Okay.
So, like, you guys set up for rooms for the night. Because you
How
are
can
in
we
an
get
inn.
Hollis into the inn?
Hollis can go to the stables,
Okay.
in theory. Because technically, he's a large creature, and technically, horses are considered large creatures. So, in theory. And in order to get him there, because he's probably going to be all whiny of not being able to be near Mama, Cal is going to speak with animals for a minute and just be like, she needs... You can be out here. You're safe here. You can rest here, and we'll see you in the morning. And because I might as well... I do have her sheet.
Persuasion.
Uh-huh. Because it is technically higher than her animal handling, but yay, speak with animals. 20.
Okay.
So yes, you will... Hollis will sleep in the stables. And then, you will have your inn rooms, and Cal and Riven will share one, so that Cal can talk to Riven for a while, alone. Okay. What's up? Something's up.
Okay.
Something's different, something's new. You didn't have those axes before. Where did you get those?
We went and fought a smoky black dragon down south near the wilds. These axes were in a chest.
So the axes were in a chest of a dark dragon's horde.
Yeah.
Cal is going to cast Detect Magic. Wish she can do that. She will cast Detect Magic, and she will get the auras of magic of necromancy off said blades.
Oh no! We should not have let you have those.
I mean, Locke saw that they were necromancy. And
I
then you did. And then Riven was like, mine. And he was just, okay.
Locke has made mistakes.
Well, it's only necromancy because of the extra damage that it does, right?
In part, yeah. Let me get this straight. You found these axes in a treasure chest of a shadow dragon's horde. You are much colder, paler, and your axes are giving off a necromancy aura.
What?
There's dark magic associated with your axes.
I mean, they don't seem dark to me. They've been quite helpful.
Just because they're dark doesn't mean they're not going to be helpful. In fact, dark things usually want to be helpful so that they can trap you.
Okay.
It's called trickery. Has anything weird been going on since you got the axes?
I've had dreams every now and then.
Okay. So can you tell me about some of these dreams?
It's like one was a tavern, and it was like a crowded tavern. There was like a amount of people there. Then later, it turned. Then I had a forest dream. Speaking of, I have to go back to a town and try to find someone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she holds up the necklace that has like the drawn picture in it, or locket. Yeah, I'm supposed to find this girl and tell her that her dad died bravely, fought bravely or something. I don't know, and that he's proud of her or something.
So how did you end up with a locket for a girl you don't even know to deliver a message from a dead man?
I don't know. It hurts my head to try to think about it.
Okay.
But
What else?
ooh, the Axis do have a name that they prefer to be called by.
So the Axis
They
are alive
are.
then.
I don't know if they are live, because I mean, it's like if you sit there and like look at them, there's like no heartbeat to them.
Most of the time, magical weapons don't have a heartbeat. But anyway.
They're Gemini Eclipse Axis. That's what they like to be called, since they're like, you know, two axes.
Okay. Interesting. Don't think I've ever heard of
And then, yeah, but then there was another time where it got a little bit strange. But it's fine if I stay away from the doors.
What?
Yeah, there's like a hospital looking place. I don't know, I haven't really been in a hospital before. I looked in a door and a lady screamed at me. And then something about the whole group that providing souls to make the Legion stronger? I don't know, I'm assuming it's just like each battle that I fought in and stuff and I survived through and stuff, I get stronger, is what I'm thinking.
Was this about taking souls then? What?
Apparently it's like souls from fighting.
So when you make a killing blow, or when you strike somebody, you sometimes
Sometimes
sap
I
their-
see the person that I killed in my dreams, but there's also times where there was one time where I tried to fight the soul that I just killed because he was a douche, and for some reason I couldn't hit him in my dream, even though it was my dream. I don't know. No.
Okay, so the way I see it then, you need to not use those axes for a while.
Why?
See if anything changes, and just use something else.
But what would I use? These ones I can actually... Sometimes it's hard to... When fighting creatures, it's kind of hard to get through. And
I mean,
stuff,
you
and
have a-
these actually make it easy for me to hit.
Okay, fine. But I'm gonna keep an eye on you. And if anything
Okay.
at all gets to be really bad or strange, and if you have any other weird dreams besides the ones you already had, or you've already told me about, then you'll tell me. Okay?
Yeah.
So tell me about any weird dreams you have as soon as you have them. And if anything gets worse, don't use the axes for a while.
Then what will I use? I don't have anything else.
What about the axes that you had before? They were magical, weren't they?
Do I actually have two of those? I do. I mean, yeah, I could. But they don't really have enough. Alright.
Just, if things get worse, all I ask is you tell somebody, me in particular, and if they do get worse, you stop using the axes. That's all. I'm not gonna take them from you, but I just want you to be more careful.
Okay.
Okay. Now come here. I haven't seen you forever. And she hugs you. Okay.
Nice.
Well, with that, I think, like, how did we split rooms this time? Because if Oak slept in the same room
No
as
idea.
Locke, if Oak slept in the same room as Locke, then Oak can chat with him in the night, and then we can call that the start of the next session. And then maybe you did 3 rooms, Oak and Locke, Cad and Bjorn, and then Riven and Cal. Seems like a thing. And we will go from there. I also have a thingy that may be happening with Cad that I have to confirm in my head that I want to have to happen at the start of next session. So.
Oh, cool.
But anyway, I think we can call it in there. Yay! Calivention. Intervention, Calivention.
No.
Oh. Anyway, so, let's see. This has been Shadows, can be David, and next time can be Brian. Sure.
Okay.
All right. This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time as we start to unravel what our next plan of action is in the aftermath of Norro's far too overdue evisceration.